The video discusses scenarios where good deeds lead to negative consequences, but also highlights rewards for their dedication and resilience. On January 21, 2024, when Pluto entered the sign of Aquarius, the world entered a new phase of its existence, marking the final touches of the transition from the era of the dreamy Pisces to the era of the extraordinary and unpredictable Aquarius. This cosmic shift has had an impact on all aspects of human life, including the astrological attributes of the zodiac circle. Among those affected by this reincarnation, representatives of the Gemini sign especially feel the power of change. For many of them, 2024 was the time when they faced the so-called karmic boomerang, a phenomenon in which good returns not good but negative. Despite their good intentions and actions, Gemini often face bitterness, annoyance, and trouble. However, there is a bright side in this time of change. Those who resist the temptation to respond to negativity with negativity and remain true to themselves and their principles can count on generous gifts of fate. The universe rewards them for each trial with moments of happiness and good luck in their personal lives. Friends, during this difficult leap year, the karmic boomerang will periodically test your strength, but rest assured, you will not remain unnoticed by the gaze of heaven. People don't always want what seems good for Gemini and respond to them with criticism. This is because everyone perceives the world in their own way, and what seems right and expedient to one may not be perceived in the same way by others. Gemini, with their diverse interests and flexible minds, can see solutions and opportunities where others do not notice them. But others do not always share their views and assess the situation in the same way as Gemini does. Perhaps some prefer to maintain the status quo, or do not see the need for the changes he proposes. In addition, there is a factor of human envy and jealousy. Gemini, showing their talents and skills, can cause envy among others, which can manifest itself in the form of criticism or even hostile actions. The negative reactions of others should not stop the twins in their quest for goodness and positive changes. Instead, show tolerance, compassion, and resilience. The horoscope supports those who abandon the cycle of revenge and remain true to their principles. For their resistance to negativity, Gemini is promised a reward from the universe in the form of happy moments in their personal lives. This may be an unexpected turn for the better that awaits them ahead. Gemini, with their characteristic features of an analytical mind and a desire for communication, can find themselves in situations where, responding to requests for help, they receive ingratitude or even rudeness in response. This is due to the fact that they were given false information or the situation turned out to be more complicated and confusing than they expected. However, their ability to analyze and understand helps them understand difficult circumstances so that it does not cause more serious consequences. The karmic boomerang is to push Gemini to realize their own strength and limitations. They will be given the opportunity to understand that sometimes even the kindest research can lead to undesirable consequences if all aspects of the situation are not taken into account. For Gemini, the karmic boomerang acts as a catalyst for their personal growth. Instead of sinking into harmful reactions or self-blame, they can use these trials as an opportunity to introspect and improve their understanding of themselves and the world around them. On May 2nd, an important event in heaven, Pluto unfolds into retrograde motion in the sign of Aquarius, which has an impact on all mankind. This period of oscillation, Gemini, who always strive for harmony and understanding, often try to help families or friends quarrel. However, when they manage to achieve peace, they can become objects of manipulation or criticism. Their good intentions can work against them, and it seems that quarreling people take credit for the world that the twins created. This example shows how a karmic boomerang can work. Gemini, striving for goodness and harmony, may face misunderstanding and resistance from others. Their desire to create harmony may be misunderstood or used against them. Gemini, who are dedicated to their work and ready to invest their time and energy in improving the world around them, may face criticism or disapproval from others. Some may not appreciate their efforts without sharing their values and priorities. And although this may cause controversy, it is important to remember that people may not always see what seems acceptable and important to Gemini. During this period of karmic boomerang, Gemini, despite possible difficulties and obstacles, should not abandon their principles and beliefs. Their desire to do good and make positive changes can eventually bring them not only recognition and respect, but also inner satisfaction and peace of mind. Thus, although justice may sometimes seem far away to many people, Gemini can be confident that their efforts will not be in vain. Ultimately, for their dedication and pursuit of excellence, they will be rewarded with life in space. However, Gemini should not give up hope or abandon their beliefs. Eventually, their kindness and desire for peace will be rewarded, although it may not seem like it at first. The universe is watching their actions, and the karmic law will return good to them, in some bright way. When Mercury becomes retrograde, Gemini may face challenges, as their openness and willingness to help may become the object of exploitation by unscrupulous people. It is important for Gemini to remain vigilant and careful in such situations. Gemini helps their friends in a difficult situation, but instead of gratitude, they may face negative reactions. This can happen because some people decide to take advantage of Gemini's kindness for their own purposes. It is important for Gemini to be especially attentive and vigilant during the retrograde period of Mercury. Their openness and willingness to help can be used by unscrupulous people for their own purposes. Gemini helps their friends in a difficult situation, but instead of gratitude, they may face negative reactions. This can happen because some people decide to take advantage of Gemini's kindness for their own purposes. It is important for Gemini to be especially attentive and vigilant during the retrograde period of Mercury. Their openness and willingness to help can be used by unscrupulous people for their own purposes. By providing help, Gemini may encounter unscrupulous people who use their kind heart for their own benefit. In this case, we may be talking about providing personal data for fictitious real estate transactions or other manipulations. This scenario highlights the importance of caution and vigilance for Gemini during periods of retrograde Mercury. They should be prepared for the fact that their kindness and openness may be used against them. However, it also provides an opportunity for personal growth and strengthening, helping them develop skills to recognize potential pitfalls and protect their interests. In conclusion, it can be emphasized that the twins in 2024 were influenced by the karmic boomerang, where their good actions lead to trouble in return. However, it is important to note that for their steadfastness, tolerance and dedication to the ideals of goodness and harmony, the universe promises them a bonus for happiness in life. Do you want to know about all the predictions for Gemini? Put your finger up and subscribe.